Hello students, welcome to standard 10 subject mathematics, chapter number 6 triangle. This is lecture number 3. In last lecture we have seen the basic proportionality theorem, that is Thales theorem. We have proved it, a 4-mark question, very important question I told you to prepare. Now we have converse of basic proportionality theorem. That theorem we were having. Now this statement is converse of it. So theorem 6.2 is the converse of basic proportionality theorem. How it is? Let's see the statement. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in same ratio, then this line is parallel to the third side. Is it converse? In that theorem, it was the line was parallel given, and that parallel line to one side of the triangle divides the other two sides in equal ratio. That was to prove. Here, if a line is dividing the two sides of triangle in equal ratio, same ratio, then that line will be parallel to the third side. So it means that basic proportional theorems converse is also true, and this is the statement here we have. We will use this and the theorem, basic proportionality theorem, and this theorem, both the theorem 6.1 and 6.2 in next coming examples. Example 1, 2 and 3 we have here. So one by one we will see. Example 1 is, if a line intersects sides AB and AC of a triangle ABC at D and E, the similar condition here given as it was in theorem 6.1, Thales theorem, respectively, and it is parallel to BC also, then prove that AD upon AB equals to AE upon AC. So this figure we can draw for this statement. This example, triangle ABC is there, a line is there. It is intersecting this line as AB at D and AC at E, respectively, and this D is parallel to BC. This is also given. Now we want to prove that AD upon whole AE equals to AE upon whole AC. This we want to prove. Very easily we will prove here. In the solution, the data is what is given. Line D intersecting AB at D, symbolical way. Line D intersect AB at D, and line D intersect AC, intersection AC at point E. This was symbolical way. And line L, that is line DE, is parallel to BC. These all things are given in the question, data is. To prove is AD upon AB is equals to AE upon AC. This we want to prove. So in proof, we start with as DE is parallel to BC, it is given. With the same situation given in the theorem 6.1, that is Thales theorem, that is basic proportionality theorem. So we can use it. Yes. So D parallel BC. So we can use AD upon DB equals to A upon EC. That is Thales theorem. In that we have proved it. We have taken that. Now this can be written inversely on both the sides as AB upon DB inverse will be DB upon AD equals to the same way inverse of the right side also EC upon AE. Means both the side inverse is done. Inverse. Now both the side plus 1 is added. So that also will be equal. DB upon AD plus 1 equals to EC upon AE plus 1. Because equals are added on the both the side will be equal. That we know. Now take AD as LCM. AD is LCM. So DB as DB. AD into 1 AD. So DB plus AD will be equals to this side AE as LCM. So EC as AC and plus A into 1 is A. Now DB plus AD, see in the figure. DB is this portion plus AD is this portion. Both the addition will be AB. So DB plus AD gives AB upon AD as it is equals to same way EC plus AE, see in the figure. EC is this portion plus A is this portion. If you add these two, it will coincide AC, it makes AC, so that is AC upon AE as it is. By figure we have written this. Now again take the inverse on both the sides. So AB upon AD is inverse will be AD upon AD, and equals to AC upon AC's inverse will be AE upon AC. So this we will have the result, and that we wanted to prove AD upon AD upon AC. This is proof, simply proof. So as you have seen, here we have used the Thales theorem, that is basic proportionality theorem in this example 1 and some earlier class knowledge. Example 2 we have now ABCD is a trapezium. This way given ABCD trapezium with AB parallel DC. This AB parallel DC is given. E and F are points on non-parallel sides. Non-parallel sides are AD and DC. On that E and F 2 points are there, and respectively such that EF is parallel to AB. EF is parallel to AB. It is given also. Show that AE upon ED equals to BF upon FC. This we want to show. So in solution again the data will write here the trapezium ABCD given with the AB parallel DC given, and more EF is also parallel to AB. It is also in given statement. Now to show is we want to prove it AE upon ED equals BF upon FC. This we want to show. So in proof we start with let's join AC. We have to join this AC extra. It is not given in the question. We are doing this. So let's join A to C. This is broken line shown that we have constructed extra. AC we have drawn. So which is intersecting EG at G. So let's join AC to intersect EF at G point. So if AB parallel DC which is given and EF is also parallel to AB given, both the things are given. What is given, that means EF is parallel to AB and DC is also parallel to AB. So this EF will also be parallel to DC. Parallel law, parallel lines law. If parallels are parallel, one line is parallel to the other line, and that one line is parallel to the third line also. So then second and third line also parallel. You can see in the figure also. If EF is parallel to AB and DC is also parallel to AB, so EF and DC will also be parallel. So that is here we have written. So AB parallel DC, EF also parallel to AB. So DC and EF will be parallel. So EF and parallel DC. That means EF is parallel to DC. Now we will see the triangle ADC. This triangle you see. In that EG parallel DC we can write EG parallel DC. Why we can write so? Because if whole EF is parallel to DC, so its part EG will be parallel to DC. That is the reason also here EG parallel DC, because the whole EF is parallel to DC. So in this triangle ABC, EG is parallel to DC. We can use again the Thales theorem. Thales theorem is A upon ED equals to AG upon GC, and we have A upon ED equals AG upon GC. Theorem 6.1 or Thales theorem or only theorem we can write. So this has result 1. Similarly in triangle CAB you see. In that also GF is parallel AB. We can use Thales theorem. In that will be CG upon AG. CG upon AG equals to CF upon FB. CF upon FB. Again Thales theorem is used. Now do the inverse on both the sides. CG upon AG, inverting it will become AG upon GC equals to inverting this BF upon CF or FC. So this has result 2. Result 1 and 2 you see now. In result 1, this is AG upon GC equals to A upon ED. In result 2 also, AG upon GC is common equals to BF upon FC. So from 1 and 2, AG upon GC equals to A upon ED equals to BF upon FC. You can write. And that we wanted to do. See. Example 3 now we have. In figure, this is the figure given actually in the question. PS upon SQ equals to PT upon TR. This is also given, and angle PST means this angle which is shown here is equals to angle PRQ, this angle. These two angles are shown, they are equal. That is given. So we have to prove here that triangle PQR, which you can see here, is isosceles. This we want to do. Triangle PQR is isosceles triangle. That we want to do. So in solution, the data will write first. What is given in this question? In this question, PS upon SQ equal to PT upon TR and angle PST equals to angle PRP. These two things are given. What we want to prove here? To prove that triangle PQR is isosceles. So proof is, as it is given, PS upon SQ equal to PT upon TR given. PS upon SQ equal to PT upon TR, it is given. Converse of basic proportional theorem we can use. How we can use? This line ST divides the two sides of this triangle in equal ratio. PS upon SQ equal to PT upon TI, it will be only when ST is parallel QR by this theorem 6.2, that is the converse of basic proportionality theorem. So from that we have written PS upon SQ equals to PT upon TI, it is given. Therefore, ST will be equal parallel to QR by theorem 6.2. Now we have ST upon ST parallel QR. If two ST upon QR are parallel, you know that angle PST equals to angle PQR. These two angles will be corresponding angles, and because of these two lines are parallel, these corresponding angles will be equal. So angle PST equals angle PQR because of corresponding angles. This is the reason. And one more, it is given in the question that angle PST equals to angle PRQ also. So this is we have proved, and this is we have given. In both you can see angle PST on left side. So its right side will also be equal. So you can write angle PQR equals to angle PRQ from both of these results. It is proved and it is given. So PST equals to PQR equals to PRQ you can write. What we have shown here actually, angle PQR means this angle and equals to angle PRQ means this angle. These two angles are equal, we have shown, we have proved. And in triangle, you know, if two angles are equal, their opposite sides are equal. So angle PQR, its opposite side is PR, is equals to angle PRQ, its opposite side is PQ. So opposite sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. That is angle PQR opposite side is PR equals to angle PRQ's opposite side is PQ. So PR equals to PQ. PR equals to PQ. In triangle, two sides are equal. That triangle is called isosceles triangle. So for triangle PQR, if we have shown here that PR equals to PQ means two sides are equal, we can say therefore PQR is an isosceles triangle. So this way we have seen all the three examples. In that example 1 and 2 we used the Thales theorem, that is basic proportionality theorem. In example 3 we used converse of basic proportionality theorem, that is theorem 6.2, and we have proved whatever we wanted to be proved. So after that example 3 we have exercise 6.2. So you are suggested to do the homework as exercise 6.2. So your homework is to complete exercise 6.2, which will be based on two theorems only: basic proportionality theorem, that is Thales theorem, or theorem 6.1, and somewhere you will find theorem 6.2, that is converse of basic proportionality theorem. So by these two theorems knowledge, we can solve exercise 6.2. So you are given the homework and you complete. Thank you.